Do you guys remember this from my last video? Because I sure do. And this right here is not good at all. And it all happened due to the following clip. See, halfway down the track, the car felt a little funny, and not in the comedic way. I finished the pass, got to the pits, and the car was running really rough, and it was smoking like crazy, and I found a ton of oil under the car. Punch it. This right here is what compression on an engine like this should be about. Even with my dying battery, I was still able to get 180 psi out of this cylinder. Cylinders 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8 were also at 180 psi. Cylinder number 4, on the other hand, had a different story. Hit it! Yeah, and believe it or not, I was actually able to drive this car about 70 miles home the night this happened. You know what that means, right? Insert montage here. So after that compression test, I decided to pull the cylinder heads, in which I found that the piston rings on cylinder number 4 decided to high five. With the cylinder heads off, I had them resurfaced by Phillips Racecraft once more, and I installed brand new OEM ModMax stainless steel valves on the intake and exhaust side. And due to the piston rings leaving a gash in the cylinder, that gave me an excuse to go 30 over, and I got myself some forged 6.5cc Manley pistons. And let's just take a minute to appreciate Phillips Racecraft's work on the cylinder heads, because wow. Yeah, so, about that. I can explain. So, what happened is, the phaser decided to not become a phaser anymore, and yeah, you saw the pictures. So, the reason that happened, when I put the phaser on my BBR cams that I had been running for a while, I had 3 cam phaser bolts, 2 of which were new, 1 of them was used, and the problem is I mixed them up and I grabbed the wrong one because they all looked new. So I took it for a drive, and then unfortunately I had to get it towed home because all I heard was bah! The car went yeah, so, and on top of that, I kept having timing issues on bank 2 for some reason. No matter how many times I checked the timing, double checked that everything was in spec, made sure everything was okay, pulled the timing cover, made sure I got new tensioners, everything, the timing concerns just kept coming back whenever I drive it. At idle, not a problem, but once I'd give it gas, suddenly I had timing concerns, and it would just run really rough, it wouldn't run properly, and it just kept throwing code after code for the cam solenoids, the phasers, and then it started throwing oxygen sensor codes, and none of it even had to do with the actual timing itself. I decided to pull the whole engine out, and what I found is that the pickup tube had gotten clogged and there was a bunch of sludge in the bottom of the engine bay. And even though my oil pump itself was probably okay, I replaced the oil pump with another GT500 oil pump from Melling, and I also put a brand new pickup tube and basically rebuild it again. So this meant the cylinder heads came off again. I had to get new head gaskets, new bolts, and then instead of getting the same BBR cams and just buying another camshaft, Comp Cams told me they'd grind me another one, but I decided to instead move over to the Comp Cams 127-500s, which means I had to upgrade my springs. So I got Comp Cam springs as well as limiters. And the weird thing was, the oil inside the oil pan, like at the bottom, was all gray and sludgy, but the oil that was in the actual block, like by the rods and everything, that oil was clean. There was no material in it or anything, but there was just so much sludge inside the oil pan. Like it was crazy. There was leaves and there was like twigs and stuff like that. And I know why, and it's like it's a stupid reason. I had been working on the car outside, which you really should never work on an open engine outside, especially when you're in the elements like wind and dust and such. And I live in a very dusty area, and it gets windy as well, so that definitely contributed to my concern, and I wish I would have figured that out sooner, but I just didn't have access to working on it inside, so I kind of had to work with what I had. So yeah, that was my problem. I just had so much sludge, and the sludge and the leaves that were in the pickup tube that were causing my issue were because bank 1 gets oil first, whereas bank 2 gets it second, and that was the issue. I'd get enough oil pressure to idle, okay. Once I actually got going, bank 2 started over retarding because it wasn't getting enough oil pressure, and it wasn't triggering a light, but because I was getting enough oil pressure on bank 1 but not on bank 2. But once I saw that, I could figure it out, and boom, wasn't an issue anymore. But anyway, we went for it one more time, and cue video clip number 2. Alright, and here she is. So I put about 5,000 miles on her since I put it together. So why don't we get a quick sound clip of the car with the new cams and the built motor, and then I can do a quick rundown of all the parts, all the mods, and then we can hop on the dyno, and let's go. So let's do a quick rundown of what's new with this build. If you want to know all the previous mods, you can go look at my other videos. I'm not going to list everything from the top to bottom. So starting with the Comp Cams 127 500s, Comp Cams limiters, POC beehive springs, Mod Max intake and exhaust valves, as well as, you know, brand new valve stem seals, and then Ford Performance valve covers because I've wanted these forever. Ignore that, I need to redo that. And brand new piston rings, except this time I did gap them to the correct spec that I wanted them to be at. I gapped them to 0.024 and 0.028 for big shots of nitrous and boost. But as you can see, my nitrous kit is nowhere to be found, which I will explain in a moment. But right now, let's hop this guy on the dyno and see where she goes. Compared to my old power band, there's a lot more low end torque and it's more consistent, and then there's more peak power and it stays consistent from 6,700 RPMs to 73. So we just got to hit the drag strip and see what that translates to on there. Okay, so in other news, I now also have new front and rear California Special bumpers for my 07 GT. I used to have or currently still have a front California special bumper, but it's kind of beat. Whereas the rear bumper is also pretty destroyed. And then I also have new front fenders because both my front fenders have been through it. So let me show you those. All right, so here they are in all their glory. Rear California special bumper and front California special bumper. So these are gonna get painted. Once these are on the car, it's gonna look a whole lot better. So now it's gonna look and perform the way I want. For reference, here's my California special front bumper. Yeah. Don't ask questions, this car's just been through a lot. Also peep my other daily driver, my 2013 Focus ST, which has been sitting here for probably a month or two because I don't drive it anymore and it's all dirty because ever since I got this guy running, I kind of forgot about this car. So I should probably take it out for a wash, take it for a drive, but I will be doing that a lot more once it's winter time and once the roads get a lot colder and it gets icier. This will be the daily once more. And as previously mentioned, I no longer have the Nitrous kit on my 07 GT. I've actually taken it off, even though I gapped the rings for Nitrous, etc. That's why I did the whole manly forged pistons and rods, blah, 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 blah. It's actually getting installed on this car. This is a 06 GT, beautiful car if you ask me, and I am currently installing my exact same Nitrous kit on this car. So once this car is up and running, it's gonna be pretty kick-ass, it's gonna look awesome, and the car on its own already looks pretty sweet if you ask me. All right, so now we have a little bit of an update of what's going on with this car. Maybe might see a little bit of this car in the future on the channel, maybe, probably not, and a little bit of some side stuff. So I will see you guys the next time. I appreciate you guys watching and sticking around for my 1 year between videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys sooner rather than later.